Welcome back to the C++ course, and today we're going to be looking at session number 7, and the concept up here we're talking about switching branches. It's very similar to core concepts we covered at session number 6, which we looked at if statements, and in this session we're going to look at something slightly different and look at case statements using the switch function itself. So let's have a look at the two learning outcomes or learning objectives we have associated today within the session. The first one is looking at or understanding the switch functions. So we're going to look at the basic concept of that. It's a bit more theory in this session than the others. And the second one is understanding the use of switch functions and incorporate switch statements within our C++ programming. I've got a simple program at the end, which is a part of all of this series itself. So all of the sessions have a bit of theory, sample program, and which should help you with the visualization of C++ itself. So these two learning outputs, we're going to try to cover them within this session. So in the last session we looked at if and else as keywords, and we looked at statements such as the if statements and if functions, and what, if you remember right, we looked at example of the cinema. So if the customer comes with a student ticket, and we're looking at the double AND operator and with the valid student ID, the statement would be true and let them go to enjoy the movie. If one of the statements is not true, so either they forgot the student ticket at home or they lost it, and or they don't have a valid student ID, this statement we go into the else, where we say, well, sorry, we can't go in, I can't let you go in for the movie unless you maybe buy a new ticket or upgrade your ticket from a student to adult if you don't have your valid student ID with you. So what we're going to look at today, or within this session, we have an example where we can draw a program which is basically going to select Monday to Friday, including the weekend itself, and we can use a function where we use if. So you can see on the screen that we have an if function where the number, so let's say we select the number to be 2, so it's going to see if num is an equality of 1, so in this case it's not. It's going to go then jump onto the second statement, which is else. It's going to see that 2 and 2 are exactly the same, and it's going to stop up here and output or see out for us Tuesday. So we're going to look at equality of two numbers, and these two equality functions basically are represented in the ASCII table itself, where 2 and 2 are considered the same, and equality we have covered in the previous sessions as well. So if you want to go maybe a few sessions back and revisit that session where we looked at equality and inequality within the session itself. So yeah, so that's looking at that as a if statement. Now when we look at conditional branching within log if statements, it can be more efficient to have a switch statement instead. And a switch statement slightly works in a different way, where it basically matches numbers, and instead of going through line by line where you're saying if this is true then do this, if not else do this, else. So if you wanted to check something quite big and you would create a program with maybe 15 or 20 if statements, else statements, it could become quite resource hungry as you're going through every single line itself. Whereas in switch statements, it works in an unusual way, where it basically seeks to match a number with a case number or a case statement, and if that is met, it basically counts whatever that statement is. Have a look at an example up here. So we can look at this case itself. So you can say the case has a variable name associated to it as well. So let's say we have I don't know, num equals 3, and it's going to go check the value. So if this is 1 and that's 2 and that's 3, it's basically going to give you the statement for 3, and kind of jump on that. So remember the example we looked at earlier, which was Monday to Friday? I've got an example up here within the program itself where we're looking at basically a switch statement or switch branching statement, and let's go through it step by step. So the first line, just a quick reminder, is the library itself. It's holding basically 5 data types, and obviously you see in couts and basically all the library itself for C++. Namespace std we can jump a bit later on, but basically avoiding the syntax. So it's by having that, it kind of allows us to basically write bit less. Otherwise, what we would have to do is basically write an std colon colon and then cout, for example. So kind of avoid this whole concept, we kind of write down using namespace std. The main section itself here starts with the program itself. So we start with a curly bracket, and the first box we would create, or the only box we're going to create, is an int. It's called num, and we put a value of 3 in there. And this is what we're going to look at today. So in this session, we can see that we created a number of 3. Then we're using this switch num function, and it's saying basically in the switch function, basically get that number from this box, put it in there, and see where basically this number of 3 matches. So what we'll do is go through it, not here, not here, not here. So well, this is the one we look at, and output basically Wednesday. And it's not going to go step by step because it's basically just going around to see numbers and match them up. So the situation up here would give you Wednesday as an answer. And we have obviously a default as well. So if you wanted to write in anything other than 1 to 5, let's say you type in number 0 and number 20 or something, it will say that none of these numbers are matching. So unfortunately, it'll have to give you the default message, which is the weekend day. Let's have a look at the example up here. Oh, this is the same example. And as you can see up here, which are highlighted in red, then the answer for that cout, or this switch function itself, is Wednesday, as we discussed on the previous slide, as number 3, which is this statement up here, is equivalent to 3, and basically the number gets transferred into this box up here, and the number gets kind of matched on this side up here, which as you can see 3 is considered or represented with Wednesday as an answer. I hope this makes sense. It's pretty straightforward. It's actually easier to write switch statements than writing if and else, because obviously you don't have any conditions associated to it. And here we're basically just getting a number from the variable itself, or from the user, using this in function, and kind of matching that up within our within our switch statement, seeing where the number's matching, and if the number's matching, basically out whatever is associated with that message itself. And as you can see up here, it's Wednesday. I hope it's a fairly short session. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest. I hope it makes sense. If the if statements were a bit difficult, I recommend that you go through the last session, which is session number 6 again, and kind of make yourself familiarized with the if and else statements, and look at the double AND operators. But other than that, this session itself just looks at switch statements. Same concept of if, it's just a matter of matching numbers. So this is an easier way of writing a statement like that, and it's basically just checking your number against the case number, and if it matches, it basically outputs whatever's in the cout situation. Hoping you enjoyed, and I'll see you back within the next session. Take care. Bye.